Alright. Let's see. Okay, did I make the tweet? Did I make the tweet? I made the tweet. Alright. Tweet made. Audio in my ears. Controller. Wrench here. Controller. Game. Full screen. Watch the maker. In the audience. Hello. Hi, thank you so much for coming. I'm gonna go ahead and just get started now. Don't really see any reason to wait. Hopefully the audio mixing is just fine. I know the menu can be pretty loud, but we're gonna be off the tile screen soon. Be making a new game for this. Let's see. This will do. I know like the jump sound is like super grating, but earlier when I was testing audio it seemed like the best one. We're gonna do... Let's do the crocodile. Or the alligator. There we go. Oh, thank you for the heads up. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit closer to the microphone because this is where I'll be, like... I was a little bit further away during the opening cutscene. Screw it.
Wow!
There we go.
It's just a float, you scaredy cat.
Is that a little bit better?
They sure do look happy, don't they, Spyro?
Well, it's not every day that a dragon gets his
Alright. Thank you for the heads up.
Right, Sparks.
So, we meet again, little dragon. I'm back, and I'm stronger than ever.
Who are you calling little, Shorty? Nobody invited you.
I love
This
the
is an
weird stock
invitation-only
cartoon sound
party.
effects they throw into the cutscenes in this
Very
game.
clever, dragon.
All two of them.
You know, you should join me. We would make a great team.
What do you want this time, Ripto?
All two of the cutscenes.
What do we want this time, boss?
You're not hired for your brains, you dinosaurian landmass! Keep thinking, and I will send you back to the place I found you, unemployed in Molten Crater, begging for work from nasty North. Now, back to what I was saying. Well, what do I want this time? I'm glad that you asked, Purple Pest, and I will be happy to demonstrate. Since I've had enough to do with dragons, I thought, perhaps, dragonflies.
Oh, I would be happy to tell you all about it. So, once again, thank you so much for joining Watch the Maker. This is... You could call it Spyro 4.
That wasn't supposed to happen, but...
Spyro 1 through
You
3
see,
came out on the
without the power of
PS1, and then this was a
dragonflies,
launch
the dragons
title
are
for the
nothing.
PS2.
Soon the dragon homeland...
It's a little hard to keep track of my thoughts with Ripto talking to me.
Spyro,
Oh, well, thank you for...
lizard
All the
toad
same,
stole
thank you for joining,
all the
Shinji.
dragonflies. Even Sparks is gone.
I had a suspicion, just it seemed like a U username, but I didn't want to... I didn't want to speak out of turn. So this is Spyro 4. Spyro 1 through 3 happened. I think Spyro 3 came out in the year 2000,
I thought I lost
question
you,
mark,
pal.
or 2001. This was a 2002 title. I'm wrong, it wasn't a launch title for the PS2, but I think it was one of the first holiday releases. Like, either the first year of the PS2 or the year after. And it was like... I'm immediately trying to preface for the development cycle of the game, which was kind of a disaster. But this is the fourth Spyro game.
Whoa! What'd you do that for?
Drat, that didn't exactly work right. I'm still learning, you know, Spyro. The good news is I've created a powerful magic that will enable you to use different breath abilities. The bad news is you're gonna have to find dragon runes to use them, since the spell scattered them in different parts of the dragon realms.
Cool. Come on, Sparks. Let's get going. We've got a lot of work ahead of us if we want to find those dragonflies. Do you think we'll ever get a day off?
We could probably figure out which one you played, like, definitively, because they were all pretty... Spyro 1 through 3 had a good identity, like, speaking of which, because as soon as the cutscenes ended, I wanted to kind of get into the, like, Spyro 1 through 3 had an identity as a series, and after that, like, this is Spyro 4, probably the closest to Spyro 4 we'll get. Unfortunately, it's a Sonic 06 situation, where it's like it is the worst Spyro gets, but it is our Spyro 4. Spyro after... Hello beautiful VTuber. Let me see. Oh, can I invert the camera? It's not binary. Okay. That's fine. Let's see. The Spyro, anyway, if you want to figure out which Spyro game you played, but you're probably right in it being the first, just because your gut knows. But Spyro 1 didn't have minigames whatsoever, and the goal was to get through the hub worlds to get to a balloonist who would take you to the next one. If you rode a balloon between hub worlds, then you definitely played Spyro 1. If you remember being accosted by regular enemies, then you also played Spyro 1. Because Spyro 2 and 3 had hub worlds with just, like, passive NPCs. Okay, yeah, then you played Spyro 1. A lot of people think that's the best. I think Spyro 2 is my favorite. It's, like, a good combination of what Spyro made. Spyro controls a little bit better than in 1. They add this hover, which it seems like a small addition. You can do it at the end of any of your glides, where you jump, you glide, and then I don't know if it's in this game. And if it is, I don't know what the button is, because this is the GameCube version, but I'm using an SM30 Pro. God. Okay, I'm not gonna get into why, like, which one's my favorite just yet. I don't have to... There are, like, 3 conversational topics I have ready for this stream. One of them is, like, this game is rough, but I have special memories with it. The other conversational topic is, like, why Spyro 2 is my favorite. I don't need to tackle all of these in the first 5 minutes. Don't half-ass 4 things, just whole-ass 1 thing. Yeah, it's as buttery as the frame rate gets for Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. That's, because... Let's call this a virtual GameCube.
Hey, Spyro,
the GameCube version
you know, if you
received
press
a lot of
the A
fixes
button
that the
to
PS2
jump,
version
then
didn't get.
press the A button again in midair, you can glide. Try using your glide to follow me.
Oh, can I not hover? They might not have had the hover in this game, which it sucks, because I wanted to explain that, like, the hover... No, they didn't have the hover in this. That's why Spyro 2 is really good. Spyro 2 and 3 is you jump, you glide, and that's it. And there's, like, little room for course correction at the end of your glides. Whereas Spyro 2, and it was in 3,
Way to go.
they added this, Here's Hunter, by the way. Oh, here we go. Hover. Oh. Well, here's the hover function. So I need not go into an explanation. Way to go, Spyro. I think I see something shiny on that ledge over there. You can get there by hovering. To hover, press the Y button at the end of your glide. I think I mapped it to this button. We'll find out. Why? What would I have thought earlier? Let's try. Yay! So that, like, little bit at the end, that was a hover. And that can, like, save you in a lot of instances. It's just, it's good. It feels good to use.
Nice work.
And it, instead of, like, just barely missing a glide or a jump to a faraway ledge. I'm sorry, Hunter, I didn't mean to skip your dialogue. Instead of just barely missing a faraway ledge and bouncing off a wall uselessly, you get, like, a little altitude at the end of it. And I don't see a lot of other games do this. Like with the jumping, and it doesn't make the platforming any stupidly easier, you know, of course you design around it, it just feels better. Having this, like, quick stop option. Like, look at that. Oh. In my head, I was gonna land up here. Anyway.
Here, take this dragon rune to the dragon spirit over there. With this rune, he'll be able to combine dragon magic with my magic and grant you bubble breath to catch dragonflies. They're shy and will probably run away from you anytime you come near them.
The lore of this game is so much more, I don't know, in Spyro 1 through 3, there wasn't really a lot of effort that went into, like, world building, of course, you know, it's just, ooh, bad guys. But this game is especially, like, as you can see here, there's a dragon spirit nondescript in that dragon statue. They don't really talk about it much, and it doesn't have anything else to do with, like, the world around it. It's, the fantasy elements are just, bleh. Anyway, tap your button to switch back and forth. Ooh! Kadoobies, welcome! Welcome to the stream! And thank you, welcome to my follower account. Yeah, okay, the particles. I do want to say, okay, so Insomniac Games made Spyro 1 through 3, and I would venture to say they had some crack particle effects artists and developers on that team. Mike Stout, I think? Yeah, it's Mike Stout, not Tony Garcia. Mike Stout talks about particle effects in the Ratchet & Clank series, which is like what Insomniac made after Spyro 1 through 3. This game was made by I don't know, I think the studio that made this game no longer exists, but they were either then or were then called, after the fact, Big Red Button Entertainment. Or I'm getting some facts mixed up. Anyway, Insomniac didn't make this game. The good particle effects people were at Insomniac. I think this was kind of a no-name studio at the time, and it remained a no-name studio. Yeah. Rest in peace, the Big Red Button Entertainment. I don't think you were bad people. So I cannot capture... Here comes... Oh god, it's so much information being flung left and right. Thank you again, Kadoobies.
Spyro, the magic of this sacred rune will bestow upon you the power of bubble breath.
Yay! This was the game that introduced different breaths, which that concept comes back later in the series. Maybe in different forms, because one pretty good game... Hold on, there's a loose cord under my desk. Let's see. Well, here, it gets a... I'm probably gonna miss one when I say it right now, but I'll collect some gems. I like to, like... I already have an animated avatar on screen emoting for me, but when I, like, talk while playing games, I kind of passively start emoting with the in-game character. I need to stop doing that, for the sake of the stream and, like, progressing in the game. Oh my god, shut up. You know what? I wanna keep talking, sorry game. He just explains to you that you can pick up gems. Oh my god, I just ran through character dialogue. There's like... I just had to get through that and there wasn't really gonna be much more. The series gets split up a lot after this, so you have like the main entries at first. Spyro 1 through 3. This is how I do it. Then this game came out, and the floodgates sort of opened after 2002, and the series became multi-platform. So instead of just being on the PS1 as a platformer trilogy, we got... This game came out for the PS2 and GameCube and maybe Xbox.
Ouch!
Then Spyro A Hero's Tale came out, and I think that was also a multi-plat game. I played it on GameCube myself. So there's A Hero's Tale, which you can kind of call Spyro 5. It deviates lore-wise from everything else, and then there's like never really a consistent lore line. That's why people kind of still ask for Spyro 4, because this is the closest thing to it, but you will not often see it recognized as Spyro 4, because this was the Sonic 06 of the series. Besides this and A Hero's Tale, you have Spyro Season of Fire, Season of Flame, and Season of Ice for the Game Boy Advance, and those were isometric 2D platformers, you know, handhelds. Then you've also got the Spyro Orange, which is part of the... I'll let Sparks talk it out this time. You might remember Spyro Orange from the weird collaboration between it and Crash Bandicoot. Check out the big lock. It's surrounded by magical energy. So I don't have electric breath yet, so I can't open it. But this is the progression gate. in the PS2 version at least, this game is so rife with glitches that you could hop through this gate just by perseverance. Like, you don't have to look up a fancy speedrunning strategy to be able to do this. Like, little me figured it out by, like, running into this gate for a few minutes.
Ouch!
I think the GameCube version's a little bit harder, made of sterner stuff. Anyway. Spyro, Season of Flame, and Season of Ice for the Game Boy Advance. They were isometric platformers. Season of Flame was a sequel to Season of Ice. They were both pretty good games. Then you've got Spyro. This one you forget a lot. Spyro's Shadow Legacy. That was a weird, also isometric game on the DS, but that was like more combat focused. It was like a Devil May Cry X Spyro, but it was not good. Don't let me saying Devil May Cry X Spyro make you think, ooh, that sounds fucking cool, let me play it. No, it was not a good game. Shadow Legacy was not a good game. But its like whole gimmick was that you entered the Dark World to fight shadow monsters and crap, and then you'd like return to the Light World and you were saving, you know, I forgot, it's been a long time. It was a weird Black Sheep game. But the series is full of Black Sheep games after the original 3. That's kind of what I meant by it losing its identity. Speaking of losing its identity, then you've got stuff like Crash Purple and Spyro Orange, which the gimmick was it was a 2D platformer. Spyro Orange, you take on Dr. Neo Cortex and fight Crash Bandicoot enemies. Spyro gets transported to Crash Bandicoot's world, and then in Crash Purple, you are Crash Bandicoot fighting Ripto. You're Crash Bandicoot in Spyro's world. That was it's neat that that happened. Hello, Sparks. You need Ice Breath, which we'll get later. This game invented switchable breaths, and it likes to remind you of it. Remembering seeing people do skits like that in the speedruns of Spyro 1. Oh, if you want to see... This is a game that's so broken that you can speedrun it in 3 to 4 minutes, actually. So, cool thing. It's one of those things that you'll see on, like, Games Done Quick. There'll be, like, a time slot for, like, 12 to 12:05, Spyro Into the Dragonfly. And what you do is you load into the game like I did earlier, and you dash over to this portal, and I'm pretty sure it would have to be the PS2 version that you would do this on. And you come over here, and you jump, and you do this horn diving attack into the right spot of this, like, portal. Because this is the final boss portal, by the way. This ring on the ground, this will take you to the final boss of the game once it activates after you finish all the other worlds. This, like, ring. And... you know, it's obviously, there's like a trigger or something just below the ground here that'll take you there. You can break yourself into it ahead of time, you can sequence skip, and then... or sequence break. And trigger the final boss fight and beat the game in like 5 minutes. So, just on the note of speedruns, this is the, I guess technically the fastest Spyro speedrun out there. Of like the series. I'm just gonna get the last gems up here, and then we'll enter the first world. Hello there. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, so Spyro Shadow Legacy, Spyro Orange, and Crash Purple, those are all mobile games. I think he actually did, remember like mobile phone games from like 2004 to 2007? Or really to 2009? Like Verizon phone games. They had, I think there was a Spyro one of those. Then you've got Spyro,
Good work, Spyro.
A New Beginning,
Use
which was
the
like a
stones
future
to get
trilogy.
to the dojo. Remember, Spyro, find the dragonflies before Ripto.
Thank you, Mr. Miyagi. Let's see. Oh no, we're down 2 viewers. That's a 50% viewer non-retention rate. Oh, or you could look at it as a 50% viewer retention rate. Let's see. Moment of peace. I think in the future I'm going to lower the volume of the game on my end and then up it on the stream's end, because I think I'm like losing. I'm already not good at retaining trains of thought, but I've got like the game in my ears fighting me.
Oh no, Spyro!
And my
It looks like the
consciousness.
Riptocs have frozen all the Dragon
Here's
Masters.
Zoe, she's from the first few games. She's from Spyro 2.
You're going to have to use your flame breath to melt the ice and find out what happened here.
Oh yeah, I like... Speaking of particle effects, I do like the fire. If you're standing perfectly still, I always liked this as a kid. You got that, like, wide, flaring fan cone, right? Anyway, I always like the fire breath in this game. I'm gonna have a few doopy moments with the controls, because this is, like, honestly mapped to a not GameCube controller. But probably won't happen at too many crucial moments, if any. Let's let this guy do his thing. That's a ninja Riptide. Their audio cues enjoy playing after you beat the enemy if you kill them too fast. So a lot of times you'll be like, in a room, you'll kill this guy, and you'll keep hearing the hoo-yahs. Also, it's a different voice actor, it sounds like, that does the death sound. Anyway. Oh, so back to Spyro games. So I listed a bunch of weird, like, one-off games that they did after the original trilogy and this game. We're gonna need bubble breath for this guy.
Hey, it's Steffi!
The bubble breath hit detection is atrocious. Just like I remember it. Can I save the game manually? Okay, nice. Yes. Let's test that. Perfect. It's like the progenitor of Breath of the Wild. Aw. How so? What say you? What parallel are you drawing there? Could you be oh no! Bubble breath. It doesn't hurt enemies. Could you be comparing its sweeping vistas? Actually, it is kind of a pretty game when you stop for a second. Oh yeah, collecting the Koroks. Yeah, I guess you could... This game you collect... In Spyro 3 you collected eggs, and before that you were going after talismans, although eggs were... no, orbs were in the game. Yeah, in this game the only major collectible besides the gems are the dragonflies. And all of them run away from you. Except for the rewards. Maybe like a few that like stand absolutely still for you, but you have to chase after every dragonfly you find in this game. And it gets annoying because some of the dragonfly challenges are rooted in chasing the dragonfly across the obstacles. That was kind of cute. The petals like come off the ground when I run through them. And the gems are a finite collectible, which, curiously, Hero's Tale makes them infinite, the gems, they respawn. That's because there's like a shop system, you can buy upgrades and stuff, which...
Ah, Spyro, thank goodness you had the sense to free me from that icy cage. Who would have thought the Riptocs would dare invade the sacred Dragonfly dojo? Spyro, do what you can to return the dojo to its peaceful state by freeing all of the Dragon Masters. Remember, Spyro, the way of the dragon is to be a dragon.
Oh, that's a Kung Fu Panda 4. And Spyro 4. Let's see, so, the eternal topic of what other Spyro games are there. Yeah, Shadow Warrior also doesn't have the benefit of coming out 20 years ago. Although it's... the first Shadow Warrior is getting to be a good decade, right? Oh yeah, Sparks is gonna warn me that you can only attack big enemies with your fire breath. Did you know, Spyro? Speaking of science and other fun facts, I like Sparks the Dragonfly. Oh, then what the hell game am I thinking about? Am I just thinking of Shadow Warrior 2? I didn't actually play it, I just remember Shadow Warrior 2 being like a pretty big game like less than 10 years ago. And I figured it was like a sequel to a game that came out recently. Or was it like a reboot that was really good? Ah, okay. Okay, well I didn't know that was... Yeah, that's the game I'm thinking of. 2013 sounds correct. Oh yeah, this game sort of has an autosave in these, the form of these fairy checkpoints. Well, I remember Duke Nukem being relatively inoffensive. Just kidding. Oh god. See, this is the problem. No, it's just like when I was a baby. And the frame rate's fighting you the whole time. You might think I'm doing something wrong, but I'm not. Like, you just have to hope that one of these bubbles hits the guy. Oh my god. No, is my personalized copy of Enter the Dragonfly broken? Why can't I get this guy? God. Should've surely gotten him. Okay, there he is.
Hey, it's Shellac!
I love it when everything's tied to the frame rate. Oh, damn it. Don't hit me, don't hit me. I need to switch the camera to active mode. There we go, we can make this a little bit more bearable. There we go. Yes, good detection. Good eye, Shinji. It is tied to that. Dark Souls camera minus the opportunity to lock onto anything if you choose to. Makes circle strafing a lot harder. Here we are. That is the stone that will grant us electric breath. I thought this Terra farm, this like particular unique terrace farm was cool when I was a little kid. I remember like finding it and playing around in the pool for a while and role-playing a little bit. No lock on. At least not in this entry. And we need Ice Breath to do this challenge.
Spyro, my kite got stuck up in the tree.
Oh no.
Could you get my kite out of the tree for me, Spyro? I can't reach it because there's nothing here to stand on, just me.
That's a hint that you should freeze him into a block of ice and use him as a stepping stone. Yeah, there's no lock-on in Spyro, although speaking of the future entries, Spyro A New Beginning trilogy, that was a more combat-focused game that came out on the GameCube, PS2, that era. It was like the dark, edgy reboot of Spyro. That was, again, more combat-oriented than, like, traditional platforming-oriented. And that one might have had lock-on. Yeah, I think this game's awesome. This game really is... Again, it gets a hugely bad rap because of the horrible performance on the PS2. It's a little better on the GameCube version. There are still some fundamental design issues that hold it back. But I mean, it's a solid... I don't know. The bubble breath itself, in particular, is infuriating to use. And it's got no purpose except to collect the collectibles. And then... we'll let the rest of the game speak for itself, because we're going for 100%, baby. The martial artist. Yeah, because no combat encounter in Spyro can last more than like a second. You know, it's not really meant to be a game where you like sustain a fight with one enemy outside of the boss battles. You like... the enemies are obstacles in an obstacle course. So yeah, no matter how fancy they are, you knock off their armor. At most, the puzzle of an enemy encounter is knocking off their armor and then finishing them off in one hit. So yeah, it is very much, it is Harrison Ford with a gun. It is Indiana Jones with a gun. Oh no, it's a speedway. Alright, oh by the way, I just entered a portal to a minigame. In this case it's a speedway, which we're usually in the hub worlds. But I forgot that the speedways are hosted inside of levels in this game. No, the... Sparks is nuts. Like, he is a... We're gonna do time attack. Start with the rings, light the lanterns, buzz down the rickshaws, and then chase down the ripdogs. Okay. Yeah, Sparks not only looks cracked out in this game, he is so inconsistent throughout, like, the series and all of its entries. In Hero's Tale, he can talk. Alright, we're gonna take out the rickshaws next. Oh god. I'm not gonna lie, this doesn't feel good. And yeah, they are. They're not only aerodynamic, they are hydrodynamic. And culturally insensitive. Oh yeah, now I have to light this crap. Oh no. We'll take out a few of these flying riptogs. I guess we'll do the flying riptogs next, and then the lamps. Out of order. The recommended order for taking out obstacles in these obstacle courses is not always the fastest route through them, as speedruns will... oh god. This is turning into a disaster. I'm sure speedruns have like their own way of going about these, but they're definitely like a guaranteed way to not fail, and I found these courses really challenging as a kid. I always like... they were a big selling point for the game for a lot of people, because it's like, ooh, I can fly, I'm a dragon. But as a kid, I was always like, oh no, when I had to do these. Did I even like that one? I don't feel like I did. Yes, I did. I really have no choice but to hope that I did. Oh no. Oh, this is the last one. Did we do it? Oh god. Okay. Ooh. Animation's tied to the frame rate. No, we'll not try again. Which challenge would you like to play? Race the Ninjas. Make sure to fly through each of the green rings. Your opponents are the famous gang of hang gliding ninjas. Thank you, Sparks. Oh, thank you. I never watched Akira. I'm in the... I never watched Akira's movies. Sorry, I don't partake in slanty media. I'm just kidding, I do. The little stars offer speed boosts and they're not really optional. You fly at like a steady speed, there's nothing much you can do besides use the speed boost to increase it and win the race. Yeah, even as a kid, I found these like speedways kind of boring. Like they're just dressed up minigames. It's cool getting to fly instead of glide, but you're so tied to the objectives in front of you, you can't really enjoy it. Honestly, when you said Michaela's Hag Tree, I thought you were referring to some Elden Ring thing. That sounded like a character from that. Am I never gonna progress past 3rd place? I feel like I've been passing Riptox. Oh. Well. Oh my god, am I not gonna make it? I don't know what I could have done better besides like minute movements. Oh well. We're going for 100%, and it's a little bit easier to talk about topics. Did this series do anything after the A New Beginning trilogy? A New Beginning... The Dark Brotherhood. No, it was something else. Dawn of the Dragon was the 3rd in the Spyro New Beginning trilogy. And that one was kind of cool, I liked it as a little boy. It was not a return to form though. And then... Damn, am I just forgetting something, or has Spyro not done anything after the New Beginning trilogy? There was the Skylanders. Oh, there we go! I need the firecracker! Damn it. I need that firecracker power-up. Yeah, then Spyro did Skylanders. And it hasn't really done a proper game since. Oh, I see. I see how I can make this run better. I'm not gonna restart though, I think I can get by. Just swing it to the left, you can hit the firecracker. With the firecracker I can annihilate these fools. Not yet. There we go. Wait, do I have one already? Please tell me that'll home in on him. Alright, there you go. I need more firecracker. You just can't miss a ring when you're doing these. Alright. And evidently you can't miss more than like 2 speed boosts or you'll lose. Please just follow the course. Was that was a bad play? Here we go, I can see the next guy this time, before the final stretch. I think that's him. I think that's Mr. First Place. No, it's not. Oh, it is! It was Mr. First Place. This is mine. This race is mine. I raised a good boy. I couldn't see anything at the end. That was 90% adrenaline that allowed that pool.
Hey, it's Yojimbo!
I got Yojimbo. I would not like to play any challenge. I've got what I came here for. Aww. There are a lot of references in the Dragonfly names. I'm trying to remember like a more famous one, like halfway through the game. I think it's in the ice level. But yeah, that doesn't sound out of turn for all of these to be references to Akira. And good eye. Ah. We can't... Are we good? Okay. Oh no. Animation was getting a little wonky there. I need to free this dragon. We don't need to refight these guys though. They all just drop a gem once. We can ignore this guy too. We gotta ignore that sword-wielding Italian.
Spyro-san, I'm sorry the
Jackie!
dojo is in such a state for your visit. It's usually a haven of tranquility. It is here that dragonflies grow up and train to be dragon companions. Protecting young dragonflies is a dragon sensei's highest calling, you know. And Spyro, your efforts will result in much reward.
Aw, thanks, Jackie. Or be my junior in any case. Everyone in the Dragon World respects me. I saved it from, in Spyro 3, you sort of like save your own world. In Spyro 2, you get whisked away to like Avalar, where you save Avalar, but the dragons really have no reason to recognize that feat. In Spyro 3, like, bad people from across the planet take rabbit holes to steal dragon eggs. But by the time of this game, everyone should know my name. Oh, he was standing still in... I remember, like, encountering the standing still dude in my childhood playthrough. Yeah, I remember I had a friend in elementary school who, like, me and him would bounce ideas off of each other on how to make a game where Spyro is, like, grown up and bipedal. Now that I look back on, like, what I wanted, that would not have made for a fun game. But I always thought it would be cool if Spyro ever grew up and you get to play as, like, an adult dragon. Because, like, in-game it's stated that, like, you can actually fly when you're an adult. You don't have to just glide on what you're doing. Has, like, a few allusions to that. One moment, I'm going to... If you don't mind, I am going to mess with the sound. I feel like I can... I have the game set to be, like, very loud on my end and then be reduced in the stream. And, like, that's just making it blare in my ear, and I feel like it's making me yell at the mic and talk all throaty. There we go. Let's see how this goes. It's a little bit better. There we go. Alright. How do these audio levels treat all of you? If there are complaints, I'll be happy to revert and adjust. feels better on my end.
You are a dragon wise beyond your years. May the dragon spirits guide you
Oh yeah,
on
I
your
forgot all the
way.
dragons named after famous martial artists from movies like Jet Li, and Jackie, Uncle Jackie from Jackie Chan Adventures. And here's Moneybags' one and only appearance in this game.
Spyro.
It is?
In trouble again, I see. What a surprise. Dragons in
now?
danger or something like that? Well, you'll have to pay me 200 gems to cross this mighty large chasm to reach any of the other dojos. Although I may be practicing compassion, money still has my soul.
It's a shame this actor didn't get to deliver more lines in this game. Just spoiler, Moneybags doesn't return.
Thanks, Spyro. These gems are music
he
to
was
my
supposed to
ears
show
and will
up
do
in different
wonders as
outfits, too.
inspiration for my poetry.
Cut that.
Look, Spyro, even I know some magic when properly motivated.
The animation is so much weirder in the PS2 version, if you'd believe it. The feedback on those rocks was really nice, though. How about this? Sorry to make everyone do audio testing, that's really not your job. Welcome to Household Scuffed Tuber. How scuffed are you?
Good work, Spyro-san. Those Riptocs don't seem to be much of a challenge for you. Perhaps you should contemplate a career as a dragon sensei. It could be your density. I mean, your destiny. Now, I will open that gate. That, it appears, is my density. I mean, destiny, Spyro.
I remember this particular NPC confused the shit out of me when I was a little boy. Because I didn't really get wordplay at the time, or like just mispronouncing words and ending up saying other words. So just think of it as like, instead of someone saying a word wrong and correcting themselves, you know, from density to destiny, imagine someone just like needlessly adding nouns to their sentence with an exclamation. And like a kid taking that at face value. And like accepting the new sentence and trying to understand why it sounds wrong to them. Or what is wrong with them to make it sound wrong. Now let me start this. Got it. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, it's Cinder!
That name will come back later in the series. I always forget to change my breath after. Oh, the tank minigame. I hate this. Oh my god, Sweet VTuber thinks that this game is awesome. Everyone will clap.
Welcome to our tank training arena, Private Dragon. Now I've got a prize for you if you can destroy all the dummy tanks. But you'll have to figure out how to get past the gates.
You mean the rock wall? Welcome to our tank training arena, Private Dragon. Alright.
Will you clear out the tank training arena?
Sure. Oh, how do I control the tank? Shoot with the X button. You can raise the turret with the B button and lower it with the A button. Okay. A targeting mode. Oh,
Would you?
Alright, no problem. I do like the little tank design though. Where? Okay. Okay, so this is the target mode. The tank controls pretty alright, actually. I can raise the turret with this. Fire with this. I will get into combat, so I need to get used to this at a faster rate than I am being used to it. There you go, that. And then I can rotate the turret. This. I don't really see the purpose of that. I can't really control it independently. Tank! Okay. Okay. Let's just targeting mode this thing. Oh, I can't raise the turret when I'm in targeting mode. Okay. Oh god. Invisible wall. Ah! Just gotta fire first. This is harder than Wii Tanks. This doesn't feel good. I probably don't want to destroy my cover as much as I can avoid it. This might go beyond my effective range. There you go. Raise that with that. Boom. Anyone firing at me? Haha, I knew you do that. You're dead, right? Alright, there we go. Let us continue the assault. Oh yeah, I'll just keep an eye on the tank counter. This encounter without violence. It is a Cartoon Network looking tank. What would you say the closest tank is to this one in World of Tanks? Could it be the P. Sherman 42 Wallaby? Or the... What did World of Tanks do? I've never actually played it. Oh, can I not? Oh, there we go. I might go outside my effective range. Okay. Oh, real OGs like play a tank in War Thunder. Charge! There we go. Yeah, War Thunder has tanks, doesn't it? I've never really played any of like the World Up games. I played the Battleship game. is the World of Warships for a little while. I liked that. But if it's like part of the World of series, I'm guessing whatever problem World of Tanks might have had, it would extend it. Wait, you can play naval stuff in War Thunder? Does War Thunder do everything better than like the individual games? Oh god, I've opened myself up. Oh, there we go. Ah, I'm hit. I'm hit again. Am I out?
Well done,
Oh,
Private.
okay.
You're a clever dragon, ain't you? Smart enough to get the gates open and skillful enough to survive the tanks. As a reward, I'll let you have the dojo mascot.
Oh, that's incredible. That reminds me of like what I wanted to enjoy about Battalion Wars on the GameCube and Wii. The whole thing of Battalion Wars was you had all three fronts sort of going on, and you could individually control the units, like even though it was at large and RTS. It was so cool, and Divinity Dragon Commander kind of does the same thing, where you have an RTS, but you can individually control one like hero unit. And I really liked that. Battalion Wars is more like arcadey in a sense. Like you don't have a bunch of plane units and stuff. It's like 2 infantry units. What's the word? Represent like a whole army of them. Same with like one big ship is the stand-in for like an actual naval front. And like both sides are like that, but anyway, Battalion Wars kind of has that like idea, and I really liked that about it. Oh my god, I did it! I did the tank minigame.
Hey, it's Cub!
I never actually finished the tank minigame as a kid.
If you'd like, I can... Would you like...
No, thank you.
Well, that's too bad. But I'll have this tank ready for you when you change your mind.
I'll keep it all oiled up and ready to go. I'm actually having a lot of fun with this game, and now that the mixing is like fixed up. So, I think I gave the whole historiography on Spyro there. Well heck, I guess I'll download War Thunder later. Or I would, but like I've wanted to play the old school RuneScape Fresh Star Worlds for like 3 weeks, and I still haven't gotten around to that, so maybe next year. Are you aware of like the tank browser game? Like, I only know about it because it got like recommended to me, this like video essay about it on YouTube, and I forgot the name of it already, but it was like a tanks game that was in the browser, and it was super arcadey. Like, you used your turrets to shoot yourself into the air like Yosemite Sam and do like tank tricks and stuff, and it was infamously pay to win. So I can't give you the name or really much more than that, but if you're aware of it, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's just another tank game. What's the hover button? Here we go. And over here is the other dragon who lost their kite in the tree. But we can't help her because we don't have the ice prep yet. Okay. Well, thank you for your consideration. Maybe it was just called Tanks! Exclamation mark. Oh, crap. No. There we go.
Hey, it's Cloudy!
I did, I caught Cloudy. With a chance of meaty. Did I get those gems?
Youch! Youch!
I guess I'm not gonna get all the gems in the first pass through of this level anyway because of that challenge over there that like I can't do until I have the ice prep. There's definitely a trick to like jumping on the rock at the right angle and like sequence break that. I'm not gonna go out of my way for it. I want to show off the other levels in the game. I don't want to do that right now. They did! He says all of them. For like, no one would have been like, it's a good game, but Spyro doesn't say,
You have done
hey,
well,
it's
little
ding
dragon.
dong.
Freeing the dragon
just realized
senses
that I
took
don't
much
have my mouse,
courage.
my cursor
I
hidden.
think this baby
that was just showing up
dragonfly
in the
will be
recording.
safe with you.
Hey, it's Roxy!
Oh, it is?
Remember,
oh, sorry.
Spyro,
Here you go.
find and return the remaining baby dragonflies. They are the fortune of the dragon realms.
The fortune of the Dragon Realms. Actually, you know what? I can get all the gems. And at least I'll have that. Alright, testing. Is game too loud? Seems like you turned the whole thing down. Including myself?
Spyro,
I
you're
keep
just
the,
in time to help me.
microphone as, like,
RJ
maxed
and
out.
Rusty were playing with my kite, and Riptox came by, kicked sand in my face, and threw it up in the tree.
That's
I
so
hate
mean.
the taste of
So
sand.
mean, Dougie.
If I...
Well, I'll try. Yeah. Oh, when characters talk. I'll try not to talk over them too much anyway, but that's one thing with the mixing in this game, and I was thinking about it on the title screen too, at the start of the stream. The title screen is loud as hell. The menu options are also, like, sharp and loud. Oh, here's the sound volume. There we go. Keep that stereo. There we go. At least it won't hurt as much. And I can turn the... Is that good? Should I raise the background music, or... I can just, like, avoid talking when characters are saying stuff, too. Alright. Well, you are the resident audiophile. So I'll take your word for it. I missed a gem at some point. It's okay, I don't think any of my viewers are watching with studio speakers. Alright. I did? There is a way to get sparks to point at... Did I just press? Oh, the atlas. I am missing a good few gems. 69 out of 700. I eliminated all the enemies, didn't I? Oh well. I can always come back. We'll do like a... There's like a way to get sparks to point at the gems you're missing, at the nearest gem. Oh, I think you just did it. Oh well. Not gonna stress it. Let's move on. Well, let's see, what else is there to say about this game? I'm playing, like, the version that's least painful to play, so we're probably not going to see any funny bugs like in Scarlet and Violet. Although, the Spyro Enter the Dragonfly for PS2 bugs aren't, like, the funny character grows super long Slenderman limbs or a Wiglet looks like a penis. The bugs in PS2 are, like, brick your PS2 and the game crashes. Kind of humor. So let's see. I have electric breath now. Or I will.
Spyro, the magic of this sacred rune will grant you the power of electric.
Well, if that's the goal, Shinji, then Earth's Defense Force did it better anyway, and we would be wasting our time. Let's do this challenge. In this one, we have to destroy some Scarecrow assets. I was looking at Earth Defense Force again today as a series, and I had no idea that they released like a weird voxel game last year. Earth Defense Force, Brothers or something? Earth Defense Force World Brothers.
But what's the challenge? What do I have to do?
Kinda curious about that. It's on like a serious sale on Steam. It is, it's not fair. It's not fair to compare Big Red Button Entertainment's magnum opus to Sonic Unleashed. Much less the pinnacle of gaming, EDF. Spyro, you purple putz!
Oh.
Hi, Bob! Goot! It's Groot to see you! Thank you for joining us. I hope I didn't miss a Scarecrow like further to the left. Nope, I didn't. Although we might run out of time and messed up. Oh no, I think we got this. Yeah, that's a big part of what I didn't like this game as much as a kid, is so many time challenges. Big goofy Scarecrow. I did a great job! Why did I skip the voiced dialogue that Spyro has, but like I'm letting Sparks finish his dialogue? Like in that last cutscene I noted that like I accidentally just kinda like mashed through Spyro talking about stuff, but like it only just occurred to me that I was also at the same time letting all of Sparks' dialogue play out. Alright, so this is the Electric Breath. It is functionally the same as... Oh, that's one cool thing. Check that out. Okay, so when you electrify sheep, they drop racks of meat. But if you flame breath them, they drop racks of lamb as well. Nothing changes. But this is like the one game where there's one point for Spyro Enter the Dragonfly amongst the series. It is the only game to make the enemies drop like their shard mate when you destroy them.
Alright.
Nothing. Because Bubble Breath hardly works for its intended fodder, the Dragonflies, so it does nothing to other NPCs. Yeah, it really doesn't. There's like no interaction. Oh yeah, I can do that. Thank you, Sparks. Oh yeah. Alright, I'm starting to get the hang of it. Oh yeah, so electric... Okay, what's up, Sparks? Oh yeah. In the previous games, you had to unlock climbing. Let's see. So anyway, cool thing about this game, it introduced like the changing breaths, but they're used a little weirdly. Electric breath also kills enemies the same way that fire breath does. Its only like benefit is it can activate the electric type challenges, the little like nodes that we'll see in a second. There's one of those right here. And there's a level later on in the game where you fight robot Riptocs, and like it's the only way to damage them, whereas Flame Breath doesn't do anything. But there's no real reason to use it over Flame Breath, outside of like those very specific scenarios. They may have. I mean, as you notice, Spyro has individually recorded voice lines for every single Dragonfly, of which I think there were 80 in the game. He definitely has like varying inflections to at least like indicate the beginning and end of a sentence. Yeah, you know what? They're like the right amount of
so
syllables.
what's the challenge this time?
Oh my god, it is recorded. That's absolutely, they did. That was someone going to the microphone and like, before some editing going, "This rope is a freaking..." Oh my god.
Activated? How do I activate the portal? I don't see any switches or power buttons. Oh.
Oops. Jeepers Creepers. Alright. We now have a lightning rod challenge. And this is... oh. I might as well give up and restart. I hit the wrong button. Oh, do I not? Okay. Well, let's figure out where all these guys are. There's a rod over here. I was going a little hard on myself. I think I could have still done the challenge if I didn't just give up and run in circles for a second. There's a noticeable, like, inability to detect multiple inputs at once, or whatever you, like, cue inputs. I have to very deliberately, like, stop. Let's see if there's one further back over here before I can, like, do my breath. Oh yeah, there is. Hello. Thank you.
Hey, it's Amy!
Alright, I've got this challenge in the bag. Yeah, they really did a... they did record individual buzzing nonsenses for every line of his dialogue. Ah. This is a cute little hub world. It's very small. There's only like one other gate, and the area past it is about the size of this one. So this game is so crazy short too, it's funny. Outside of like speedrun strategies like I mentioned earlier, where you can trigger the final boss fight in the first 5 minutes. Very interesting game design that you're all gonna see as we get through it. It was originally going to have, around off the top of my head, 25 different levels, and by levels I mean like Dragonfly Dojo, like that whole experience we just did, that like good hour-long experience going for 100% kind of casually. There were going to be 25 of those, and that's about a Spyro game. Oh god. But this game shipped with 8 levels. So the original plan, like 25-ish, cut down to 8. This is the honey level I'm looking at. So we're about an eighth of the way through the game already. Let me see, what else did I have to say? So kind of a short game, and like, that's good for the weird situation with the final boss. Which is that if you... and like, you know, completing bits of the game like add up to a percentage. Oh god, I missed a lightning rod. Oh, here we go. I didn't miss it, but I think I did it. I did it? I did it? I don't think I did it. What was I saying? Yeah, so originally planned to have 8 levels about the size of Dragonfly Dojo. The game ended with 8. Ended up going out with 8, so that little shell boat that I just passed by, that goes to one of them. This area that we unlocked with the electric gate gets us to the next 3 levels. Those are that guy's honeycomb raft, takes us to the bee place. This barn up here has a guy with a UFO, and that will take us to the space cow level. And then we've got the shell boat, which takes us to the island level. That's 3 levels in this, like, portion of the homeworld that we unlocked with the electric gate. After we do these levels, we'll have Ice Breath unlocked, and that will get us to another section of the homeworld about the size of this one. So, like, not much to this game. And the final boss is such... I've never seen this done before. If you beat the game to, like, where it's 60% completed, you know, involving all of your, like, collections and stuff, or up until, I think it's 80%. If you 80% the game, or you... oh god, I'm talking like Daxplane. If you 0 to 79% the game, you fight one stage of the final boss, right? He gets, like, one phase, and then he quits. If you 80% the game to 90%, 80 to 99%, you get 2 phases of the final boss, and it plays like a weird palette swap of the first one. And then if you 100% the game, you will get the 3rd round of the final boss. It's insane. So you don't even, if you don't 100% the game, you don't get to do the whole final boss. The game just ends prematurely, basically.
Hey, it's Alex!
Let's talk to the pig. This is my favorite level, I think, when I was little.
You might be able to get this boat to work if you had enough dragonflies. But there's savages on that island. Savages, I tell you.
Cover me, Porkins. Alright. 15 dragonflies needed. I think I have that, right? Maybe not. What button brought that up? The Z button. According to this atlas, I have 14 dragonflies. Alright. It's true. Oh man, you're gonna love this. They're like little pygmies and tribal masks too that we have to fight off.
You should have no problem getting this here UFO to work now. Hop aboard, but beware. The space cows, they're everywhere, everywhere.
But beware, the space cows, they're everywhere. This guy freaked me out as a kid because he's like supposed to be a human. You know, it's funny, I've never really noticed the similarity between this guy and the buddies from Cargo Quest for Gravity. And because I said that, I definitely have to play Cargo Quest for Gravity on this stream. You might recognize that as from one of the options in the poll earlier this month. I don't think that received any votes, did it? But please do note that comparison. It will come in handy 2 months down the line. I thought this level was cool. Stuart Copeland does a good job as usual with it. Stuart Copeland is the sound composer. Or not the sound, what am I going to say? He did the soundtrack for the game. He did the soundtrack for Spyro 1, 2, and 3, and this was his last bit of work for the Spyro series. Oh god. These guys shoot lasers. I remember they gave me problems as a kid too. Also, this area is chugging compared to the first area. These vases are a serious staple. You cannot flame them. Yeah. In the original trilogy, they like glowed red if you tried to flame them. Oh, that is a good... Here's the Destroy All Humans vibe. So these guys... These guys will cower if you get too close to them, usually. I'm not gonna trust them to enter that animation and not try to kill me, though, so I'm just gonna... Especially with my limited health right now. It does have a Destroy All Humans vibe. Just like goofy Mars Attacks sort of aliens. I like to Destroy All Humans too, and the remake for that released this year. I might play that on stream. I love that game as a kid. I think that's the shortcut from the end of the level. That door that I just saw. I wish I could substrafe. Alright. Oh no, the bridge is out. But there are lots of collectibles, so I'm gonna fall down here. Yeah, I knew you'd be here. Hey!
It's Akira!
It's Akira! From the anime movie! Oh, here's some fodder. Good. Get our... Oh yeah, I might have read it in the dialogue earlier, but my health indicator is sparks. He'll turn blue after I get hit once, green after I get hit twice, disappear completely after I get hit a third time, and then if I get hit after that, I'll lose a life. But if you eat fodder, you'll get up to the next, like, color. These guys run great. Let's let this guy play a little bit. Oh, he hides in the corn. Oh, he... Okay. Oh god. Am I gonna die because I just wanted to look at him? Damn. That was close. That didn't feel good at all. Note to self, don't let Palafin set up. And don't go to Taco Night at James Earl Jones' house. Did the fodder respawn? Oh, thank goodness it did. Oh, it drops a whole chicken. There we go. Tetsuo versus Capcom. Maybe I'll play Mass Effect one day. That'll give us a lot to talk about. Oh my god, there's so many good video games. Hello, Farmer Fring Fring.
Hey, you're Spyro, ain't you? Glad to meet you. Have you seen any of my cows?
No, I have not. Have I? Oh yeah, we're gonna get a new cow enemy in a second. Now this big guy, we kind of came at him fast earlier. Is he broken? I don't trust him. Let's just... There we go.
Hey, it's Mitnick.
Mitnick. Old kill. I can be the lore for the Fat Spyro mod, the limit for Reignited Trilogy. By they, I mean the fan. since the studio didn't make Fat Spyro. The whole Spyro got like weirdly sexualized on the internet after like Reignited Trilogy, or like during Reignited Trilogy's heyday. When I say weirdly sexualized, I don't mean like any more than like internet weirdly sexualized about things, but I don't know what I'm getting at. Uh-oh. Okay. There you go. Alright. Thank you, UFO. That feels good to jump on. Alright, we want to get these guys. Turn radius on this dragon is leaving to be desired. Okay, there you go. And we will be coming up on a mini-game shortly. Now, I remember the geometry of this level up until, like, this point. I know there has to be more because we haven't seen the cows yet. But I'm wondering just how much of this game I've forgotten. Because I had a pretty good, vivid, like, memory of the layout of Dragonfly Dojo. This is, like, in my head, I thought this level was weirdly short, but I think there's maybe like one more big field. I think it's like a bit more combat oriented than the first level at least, because you've got enemies with projectiles. Also, for a bit of this game, I'm going to be a little blind, because, I mean, I know the ins and outs of this game pretty much, like, from reading about speedruns and stuff like that, but can I get there? Probably. There we go. Here comes a minigame. But, I honestly didn't... When I played this game as a kid, I got as far as, like, the Monkey Monastery dinosaur area, which are, like, the last couple levels in the game. But I couldn't get enough dragonflies to like unlock the final like level, so I couldn't actually do the final boss myself. A lot of my memory of the late game of this century comes from the strategy guide.
There's a space riptalk holding that dragonfly hostage. If you activate all the platforms around the tower by jumping on them, it'll lower the tower down so you can rescue it.
All right. Let's lower that tower down so I can rescue it. Attempt the trial of the platforms. Yep. Let's go for it. I'm ready. Oh, it starts rotating in a different direction. Can I do anything with this? I think I can. Yeah. I will best the trial of the platforms. Go on, Spyro. Zap to the extreme. I will. Thank you, Father. The trial of the platforms. Alright, good. We've activated the Hadron Collider. Oh god, there's a thing here. With a hitbox. I'm gonna watch out for that. trial of the platforms. Alright. The slightly smaller Hadron Collider is taken care of. And finally, the large Riptalk.
Well, that's the spirit. Purple Dragon sure has some spunk. Now, here's a dragonfly for you, son.
Aw, thank you, Farmer.
Hey, it's Rickshaw.
Father Frank and Billy. John.
Attempt the trial of the platforms?
No, I'm good.
Come back anytime.
Oh, that reminds me. Okay, that line of dialogue will come later. In a funny way. Come back anytime. We're gonna see an alligator in the honey area where they just recorded a line for the wrong character. I'm not sure what happened, or they gave him a line from another character. But there's an alligator who talks to you, and he has like a southern drawl voice, and then very jarringly, the last line he says to you is, "Come back at any time." And it's a completely different like tone, like it's a different person that says it. It's just like a broken and out of place dialogue. And I like that I scoot around after these. Alright, there we go. There you go. Your childhood was absolutely lit if you played Spyro Enter the Dragonfly on PlayStation 2. And successfully completed the trial of the platforms. Oh, I probably missed gems in the Dragonfly Dojo because they don't have I guess I'll just call it a prioritized render distance. Yeah. Usually in the Spyro games they made strides, Insomniac Games did, and great effort to make sure that you could see the sheen of a gem, even if it was outside of the draw distance of other, like, actors in the level. You could still see, like, a little sparkle where they're at, so you would never look in a direction where a gem was and not see it. Unless, of course, it was obstructed by something. But if you, like, looked out to the horizon and there's like, a gem way over there, you can't see where I'm pointing because we're coming at you live from over the internet. But, you know, they, like, made sure that, like, if there was a gem way over by that tree over there, I would see it. This game doesn't really have that consideration, so making it not as good as Earth Defense Force. Thank you, friendly UFO. But anyway, I just like noticed that a gem. There was like pop-in for gems, so that's probably what happened to those gems in Dragonfly Dojo, the last level. Hello, cow. The cows have been abducted and converted. These guys kind of scared me as a little boy. I don't remember them having prolonged walk cycles into walls. Poor feller. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the last big field in the level. And I think there's going to be a UFO minigame up in that barn right there. Across from that silo. I might link to it later on my Twitter or something, but there's a pretty good like fan documentary about this game put together. A lot of things went wrong in this game's development, but they're not as well published or like really just, how do I say? I feel like other video game disasters, you know, like Duke Nukem Forever is being delayed for forever. Sonic 2006 and everything around it, and stuff like that. Famous gaming, like just fuck-ups, basically, are really well, I don't want to say well documented, but we have a lot of like theories and like some stuff to back up like why things went so wrong, you know, like in design documents, postmortems and whatever from developers. This one is very not well covered. It just went poorly, and Big Red Button deconstructed itself. Aliens, Colonial Marines. Oh my god, how could I forget in that list? It's so crazy that Randy's his name, the Gearbox guy. Like that his name is on that, and like it doesn't seem to. He's not constantly like held to the stake over it. Like Aliens Colonial Marines is such a trap. On top of his like crazy other stuff, like leaving a porno USB at Medieval Times Fair and stuff like that. Like, I mean, he does get shitted. He gets like shitted at a lot on social media, but his like professional career doesn't seem to be. Yeah, he's very greasy, but like, oh my god, he just. Like, what did he do? They basically ripped Sega for a lot of money, right? Aliens Colonial Marines. They, like, took the contract, used the money on something else. I don't even think it was Borderlands. Maybe it was. And then, like, eventually had to deliver a product. And it was Aliens Colonial Marines, and it was garbage. Like,
Spyro,
it was like a Kickstarter
I'm glad you're
scam,
here.
except, like,
I
you know, it's not
knew
just a
there
bunch
was
of random
something
people on the
suspicious
internet
about
funding
this
your game.
farm.
It's
Space
Sega.
cows are everywhere, and now a big UFO is coming to abduct Farmer Dill's cows.
And they just, like, thought
There's
they could get away with
prototype
it,
tractor
and I guess
beam
they
on this
did.
UFO that you can use
Gearbox
to
is
beam
still
up the
around
cows
and
and put
pretty
them into the
popular.
corral. Hey, wait a minute. How does Farmer John have a UFO?
That's cute, Hunter.
Farmer Dill needs your help. Will you try rescuing the cows with the prototype UFO?
Will you try rescuing the cows with the prototype UFO? My work had a customer support guy that kind of sounded like this. His name was Chester, which Hunter is a cheetah, so Chester. But he sounded like this, helping customers on the phone. It's kind of funny. Let's do it. Oh, I should have asked him how to fly the UFO.
Now. Don't let that nasty UFO get a single cow.
Oh god, I forgot. I should have asked him how to control the UFO. We're gonna get a cool cow animation. Okay. Okay, I can shoot the laser with this. No, cow, no! Can I raise my... Okay, I can fly upwards and then shoot this guy. Get out of here, my cow. There we go. Okay, and I can... There might be a boost. Alright, Cowie. Get out of here. I got this. I like the cute music playing right here with the yodeling. Out of here. It's my cow. This is not too painful of a minigame. They definitely spent the time they were supposed to use for aliens on Borderlands and Duke Nukem. That's really funny. Some of that went to Duke Nukem. Yeah, goddamn. What a greasy company. Well, I don't want to speak ill of everyone who works at Gearbox. I just realized the UFO ship has a little hole cut out for Spyro's horns. It's cute. Okay, so they outsourced the
That was awesome, Spyro! You saved all the cows!
It kind of
By the
happens a
way,
lot in the
I found this
the enterprise
dragonfly hiding in the barn. Here you go.
Companies contract out, like, other companies which hire a bunch of developers both in-house and across the seas. For, like, to develop products just for them. Obviously, it's different, but...
Hey, it's Jingles!
Now that I think about it, it's weird how much, like, how much paid work is
Did you see that?
moved down a chain of other people getting paid to do other people's work.
Got out. And it looks like there's more UFOs this time.
You could rebrand that and call it the corporate ladder, though.
Run?
Lock the gate and the cows got out. You forgot to lock the gate and the cows got out. Oh, this is one of the mini games you have to do twice. One's like the easy version, and the other one's the hard one. I can do that. Oh, that's so sad. Was that studio a big red button?
Farmer Dill needs your help. Will you try rescuing the cows with the prototype UFO?
Yeah, let's do it! With the prototype UFO? Let me see if there's a boost that I didn't know about. Okay, I remember that. Okay, well I was holding A and not just pressing it, so that's one thing. Press the X to shoot UFOs. There we go, there's the boost. It was holding B button.
Farmer Dill forgot.
I did see that. Farmer Dill's at it again.
Farmer Dill needs your help. Watch it.
Watch out for the gold UFOs. Those mean little guys will shoot your eye out. It is Christmas story season. Alright. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Alright. This is gonna be a breeze. You can destroy these guys permanently. The only thing that doesn't like get blown up is the mothership. You can only disable it with your lasers. Let's just keep this mission high and tight, fellas. I don't want a single hit. Pass me that cow. That's what I say when I order at BurgerFi. I tell the guy behind the counter, pass me that cow. And everyone laughs and claps and gives me extra ketchup packets without me having to ask them. Everyone there knows me and loves me. At the local BurgerFi. Demiurge Studios, Nerve Software, and Timegate Studios came up here. Are any of those... Do any of those exist today? Either as a result of Aliens Colonial Marines or just AA studios, a lot of them shutting their doors like a decade ago. Aw, pet Dragonfly. She eats crickets just like toast.
Hey, it's J-Dubs!
J-Dubs? Okay, what is that a reference to?
Do you want to take a spin in the prototype UFO?
The Nerve
Thanks
Software.
again, Spyro. You can come back
I'm thinking of
anytime you feel like
Neversoft.
taking the prototype UFO for a spin. I'm gonna
Tony
hang out
Hawk
here and
Studio.
watch the skies for space cows. The truth is out there, Spyro.
The truth is out there? Thank you for your quick research. Yeah, Gearbox. Borderlands was one of the first, unless I'm completely misremembering, Borderlands is one of the first franchises to go exclusive, for their PC releases to go exclusively to Epic Game Studio, right? Epic Game Store. I don't really know what specifically I have against Epic Game Store. Probably the same as everyone else. I just don't want to download yet another client to have like running on my PC all the time. Wow, she's. Oh, the situation is getting dicey, folks. This game might get harder later. There's a lot of lasers and not a lot of opportunity to control the camera independently in a pitched combat situation. Gearbox. Oh yeah, Rocket League. I don't care about Rocket League that much. I don't know how it gets so popular because the skill floor of that game is so high. Like, I'm so surprised that everyone in the world agrees. It definitely benefited from being free on PlayStation Plus that 1 month and like that one summer. Rocket League took off because of that. Do I have Flame Breath on? Oh, I have rockets. Oh, I don't want to do one of these right now. The timers on these challenges are so strict. Oh my gosh. I remember my little strategy guide had a map of where all the scarecrows were for these challenges. Oh, there's like 4 of them all bunched up right there. Oh. This one. Yeah, what all do I have to say about Rocket League? Oh, there's 2 screens right here. Get out of here. Got you. Rocket League is a game that it feels like you have to invest a disproportionate amount of time into in order to accomplish anything in a game. I mean, it's sort of like fighting games, in my opinion. Like fighting games, traditional fighting games, you have to get good to a certain point to even play the game with your friends that play fighting games. And like, I feel like that's a worthy investment if you really care about it, because those skills are pretty transferable besides like hard strings of combos. And the more you do that, the better you get at doing it. And like figuring out frames and frame data and all that crap, getting to a point where you care where those terms mean much to you. And like, I think fighting games are fun to be good at, but like putting that same amount of effort in getting good at Rocket League, you know, I think you know where I'm going with that.
Hey, it's tested.
Yeah, you played Lucio Ball, which is basically the same. Is that a minigame in Overwatch? I mean, it has to be. I mean, I think that's good. Like, Halo 3 had Griff Ball, and... yeah, okay. Hey, that's cool, and, like, something you can... I love that stuff. Like, TF2 kind of has a lot of that, too. Or those are, like, more community maps and stuff that have, like, different, like, balloon race and crap like that. I love cool, like, organic, different games. Like Lucio Ball came out happened because the mechanic of pushing people around with Lucio is fun. And then, like, a game was designed from there, and I love when stuff like that happens. When just stuff is born of a single really fun game mechanic, intentional or not. Oh, this guy's so scared. Oh, I missed a gem again. That's okay. Oh wait. Huh?
Hey, Spyro! Glad you're here.
Hey,
Doors
Bill.
are jammed. I set some explosives, but don't have any matches. My mama always told me that I should never play with matches.
That's so
anyway,
cute.
maybe you could help me with the light?
Maybe you could help me with a light? No problem, Farmer Bill. That's a lot of this game, animated without bones. And he still plays his, like, scared voice.
Hey there, Dragon. Thanks for helping out this here farm.
Anytime, Farmer Bill.
Anytime,
Here,
Farmer
take
Bill.
this thingamajig. I was gonna use it in my new smoker BBQ for flavor.
Wait, could I have missed this dragonfly?
Hey, it's Fiona.
Fiona. I didn't realize I was gonna get a dragonfly for talking to him. Jeepers. Okay. Good thing I did that. That's one thing to keep in mind. 7 out of 10 dragonflies? What am I missing in these worlds? Here we go. I know these two. They come from the icing those baby dragons. Up the broken bridge. Up the broken bridge. Ah, well, we can come back to these. I'm gonna play through the game at my pace and enjoy it. One of these days we're gonna play a good game on Household VTuber. That's gonna be a hoot. Oh wait, what? There was a barn. I missed something? It was that barn that has the green bit in the middle. Oh, there were a few of those. Yeah, there's... Did I just accidentally leave the level? I meant to just close the guidebook. Oh. I really did not mean to close the level like that. I really meant to just close the freaking guidebook so I could keep doing what I was doing. Do I still have my stuff? The bridge barn thing next to the UFO. Okay. I'll have to go back anyway. Okay, off the broken bridge. Next to the UFO game. Well, actually, I can go back to it. The shortcut should still be open. It's just there's gonna be a... The dudes are gonna respawn. We have to get that serum through. This would probably feel better, not like on an SNES controller, style controller. Alright, let's fly over. The minigames in this thing are way more, I mean, the loading screens in this game are way more aggravating on native hardware. Not that I'm not playing on native hardware, comma, Nintendo, comma, Twitch, comma, and YouTube for the VOD. And doubly pay no attention to the dialogues at the top of the screen every once in a while when the game saves. Alright. Bridge barn thing next to the UFO minigame. Hi, Kels. Oh, mayhaps the silo?
Ouch!
There is. Oh, look at that floating UFO asset way over there. Barn thing, yeah, the covered bridge. Alright. Maybe a little bit further back. Yeah, let's go to the other minigame. Okay, there are a few barns. Can I knock you guys out with a charge? I can! You are nothing. You have ability though. that. Yeah, that's right. The other minigame, I didn't go below the bridge, didn't I? I only went to the minigame off to the side and then beat it and then continued. Thank you. Okay. Ah. There's a above the bridge. Yeah, minigame above the bridge. As above, so below. Oh no, I went down here. I see, yeah. As you said, but it was above the bridge. What? Okay. There you go. Good. Good eye. Jeepers. Okay. Can I glide over there from something? No. Probably a ladder. Yep, there we go. Was way overthinking that. Good thing this one's stationary. A lot of the dragonflies will stay.
Hey, it's Laurent!
Alright, Laurent! Tabula, Schmarendinga. My fellow gamers. Alright. Well, I'm happy with that. We'll find the other two later. More like tabloid smegma. Look, please wait. Okay. Now where the hell do you get ice breath? The game's running a bit smoother. I think we get ice breath from the Cloud Monastery, which is in the center where that sleepy bear was before we did the Dragonfly dojo. I think ice breath is there. I think this guy's level doesn't give us anything. And the island gives us
Hello,
the wing
Spyro.
shield,
You
which
need
we'll
to
use
collect
like
more
twice.
of those them there bugs, and I should have this honeycomb raft working like a charm.
This guy's for you,
Well,
sweet
that should do
YouTuber.
it, Spyro. Hop aboard the raft and get ready.
Do I have that name? Why did he start playing his next voice line?
Hello, Spyro. You need to collect more of those them there bugs, and I should have this honeycomb raft working like a charm. Well, that should do it, Spyro. Hop aboard the raft and get ready for the Honey Moss Rapids.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just every time we talk to him, he plays the next line of dialogue anyway, regardless of whether you succeeded the test case or not. How hoity and how toity of him. And this game has underwater sections. It is one of them there bugs. That's all the gems are in. Cover me, Porkins. Oh. You gonna talk to me again?
Hey! You got enough dragonflies to get the boat up and running. Hop aboard.
Thanks, Porkins. I think the honey guy. Oh yeah, I remember this is weird. That honey level is in this section of the game, like this section of the hub world. But if I remember right, it looks like it's the place you should go to after this island. But unless you're like meticulously getting every dragonfly, you're not gonna have the required amount. That's technically level 6. Level 5 is the cloud place. Is the cloud level where the sleepy bear was. So you're kind of expected to do this, go back to the cloud level, then come back to the honey swamp, and then you'll be able to go to the next. Oh, look, those guys like are moving at a portion of the frame rate. That looks goofy. The green dinosaurs in the background. This looks like a, if I do it like this, it looks like a Battle for Bikini Bottom screenshot. Minus the dragon and the sparks. Oh, I love this level. It's kind of hard in some parts. Both of these are like underwater segments with combat. Here. Find an enemy. There we go. And there's one dragonfly where you, oh my god, there's a weird rhythm. There's a weird Simon Says minigame, and it's gonna be so hard because this isn't a real GameCube controller. Oh no, the rhythm. Simon Says minigame's gonna be a butt. Anyway, this level has a weird Simon Says minigame that's kind of long and involved. It's got underwater combat, and there is a dragonfly that I remember being a pain to chase across the docks. There are a lot of opportunities to fall and like reset your chase with him. It's got relaxing music though. Alright, here we go. And it's got these tiki monsters that make a return from Spyro 2. He's gonna hit me with his weenie. I got him first though. That's an Islander Savage. And this guy takes pictures of you. It's really cute. I love this thing. Oh, he'll... Let me see. He takes pictures... Oh, you. I need you. Oh, we'll get a... That guy just did a cute animation.
Hey, it's Gary!
Gary. He's looking around. He should wave. Yeah! And I thought he snapped little pictures, but he hasn't. Cute. Oh, pelican fodder in this level. Hello, Sparks. If any of you tuning in from home just heard that, aha, that's the professor. Oh. Well, that's crazy.
Thank you so much, Spyro. I just couldn't have handled being eaten for dinner.
No problem. I'll keep a nose out for your friends. I think I can smell them roasting off in the distance. Just kidding.
Oh god. That's morbid, Spyro. Anyway, the aha that this guy just played was like a good carbon copy of the professor's little, like... What's the word? Ambiance. In Spyro 2, he would look at his notepad and go, aha! Definitely same voice line. Truly the Jimmy Timmy power hour of our time. So that stone we just picked up, Sparks, you can get it. I've never seen him have that much trouble with a butterfly. That stone that we just picked up is going to give us the wind shield ability, which we'll use to deflect. The only time I can remember it being used is to deflect magical spells from wizards later on. And like only in one level, that is Thieves' Den. Uh-oh, don't hit me. I think I can knock you out with a charge. You're not going anywhere. I'm gonna get the super flame power up, it seems. Hello, Fork Hammer.
Get me out of here. Please get me out of here. I heard a Riptalk talking about sausages.
That sounds like a Futurama character.
Sure, what can I...
Hey, there's a button on the cliff. All the way over there.
Uh-huh.
I think there might be an underwater cave somewhere around here.
I don't think he did the same thing with this game. Maybe he did. But, Stuart Copeland attributed a lot of his success to, like, what would you call it? Accentuating the motif of the level with his tracks. Stuart Copeland, again, is the background, like, music guy. The same Stuart Copeland that drummed for The Who. Ever since Spyro 1, between Spyro 1 and, let's call this Spyro 4, he was the exclusive, like, level background music guy. And he credited, like, playing... He would play the levels first to get a feel for, like, I don't know, the overall motif and, like, what senses, emotions they evoked before, like, composing tracks for them. I'm not sure how often. That might be an industry standard thing to do. Like, if you're making music for a level, just play the level first to kind of get a feel for it. But, I don't know, he made a point to mention that in an interview. Yeah. It's a fun interview. It was, like, done, like, over 20 years ago, so... Got that, like, straight to VHS quality to it.
Spyro, I heard you on the island, but I didn't believe it. You gotta help me. One of the Riptalks keeps calling me ham sandwich and asking me if I'd go better with mustard and mayonnaise.
I want to talk to a Riptalk. Usually they're given a mock-up of the level early in development so they can plan out how many minutes they want to allocate. Okay. Huh. Let's see. I mean, it's not as much up to Stuart as it is the developers. but the games don't, like, the tracks in Spyro 1 through 3, that's another, like, little detail that Insomniac got right, is the looping of the tracks in Spyro 1 through 3 is done very, like, smoothly. Like, you don't really notice it unless you're listening for it. In this game, you get those, like, bouts of silence sometimes. It's not even consistent, but you don't really have to, just speaking of, like, timing and stuff. But no, he said that, like, I think he played more finished versions of them, or at least, like, I don't know. He just said, like, the feeling, he wanted to mimic the feeling that, like, playing the level evoked in his track. Or accentuate it, maybe. Play to its... Yeah. Let's save. Oh yeah, not related to, like, the background music or, like, the artist, like, playing through a mock-up of anything. Who the hell was it? I'm gonna have to look up the name really quick. Speaking of Insomniac games, too. Courtney Gears is a character that plays, like, a single in the middle of the game. There's, like, a cutscene where you just watch a music video of this Britney Spears clone. Let me see. Courtney Gears, Britney Spears. That's the joke. Who is her? Yeah, Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, they're, yeah, that's Insomniac Games made Ratchet and Clank too, as well as Spyro 1 through 3. Okay, Courtney Gears was originally voiced by Melissa Disney in Up Your Arsenal. Okay. Oh, she got a different voice actor later. But, I'm going to, for the sake of this conversation, assume that her voice actor was also the singer, but I'm not so sure about that. But there is a track floating around of... I think it was Tony Garcia. One of the devs, like, delivering a droll version of, like, this music video song. Like, the devs wrote the song for the character, but they had, like, an actual singer sing it in, like, a catchy Britney Spears-y way. But they sung, one of the devs, like, sung the whole song himself to, like, communicate the rhythm of it and everything. So, like, floating around is a copy of Courtney Gears' like, weird robot pop song, but it's, like, a droll, your image of Ned Frischman, the software developer guy, singing it. This goes out to all you robots across the galaxy. It's time for you and me to rise up and strike back. Don't stop until we dominate. Won't it be great when we exterminate all organic life? It's like that, but like... Well, it's like that. But in the game, obviously, it's like she sings like a nicer version of it. I don't know. That's the dev having the first and last to say, I guess. Wow, that fireball traveled far. Did I get all of them? I'm gonna shoot this guy too. I think those masks actually just dropped gems. Oh no, they respawned. Primate. Okay. Did I miss this guy? The fireball particle looked so much better in 2 and 3. Oh my goodness. Alright, is that all? Oh, it is all of them! Yay! Wrong button. Oh.
Hey, it's Socrates!
How did I get up there? Do I need to go all the way? I do. I need to go back to the underwater cave. Oh, open. I see. I still have bubble breath on. I don't want to mess this up. Oh, I have to use... Okay. Give it a second. Take a sippy quickly. Ooh, Streamlabs Prime. What features does that unlock? Alright. Oh no. No! Messed up the babyest glide. Okay. Everything's falling apart. Spyro the Dragon. Oh god, no! Okay, well, you know what? Let's fly all the way out to the platform, and I'll wait. That's better use of my time. And then we just need to progress through that guy's gate that we opened. After we annihilate... Okay. Homer!
Hey, it's Homer!
I remember this particular Dragonfly pissing me off more as good. Hey, gems! Ah. I see. Oh yeah, they just used the professor's voice line from Spyro 2 for that pig. As they say in Charlotte's Web, some pig. Alright. Okay, this is like, yeah, this is the pig. I like Spyro levels that like climax in a giant open like area. Relatively giant. There's something about it. But yeah, this is like the end of the level basically. It's this last big room. But it's also host to some minigames and obviously a good few encounters of the Riptalk kind. At least you don't have a breath meter. Oh, there's another area. We'll go back. I just wanted to clear out all of the underwater bits first. And in between this and the next stream, I'll look up how to make sparks point at gems, so... Until then, I'm not gonna sweat, like, I'm gonna try to, like, pick up every gem that I see, and I'm gonna try to kind of comb areas I'm in. But... I'll just come back through the levels with the, whatever button combination makes sparks point at missing gems. I think there was a game where you... Was it Spyro 2? I think the way it worked was in Spyro 2, once you beat the game, like, not 100%, but once you beat Ripto at the end, you, got the ability to point at gems that were missing. by holding the two left and right triggers. But, oh god, that's not kill breath. But in Spyro 3, you could do it from the start of the game, which was nice. Ah, that's not gonna... I'm probably gonna get to use a cannon. There's the cannon. And there's the end of the level. Oh well. Got me. Uh-oh, 4 PM already? Smooth.
Get me out of here!
Hello,
Okay, Chili.
the gate's open.
Huh? It is? Oh, well, what do you know? Look at that. Silly me. Thanks for saving me.
Hey, it's Dill.
I got you, Dill. Alright, we'll backtrack a level. There's the main gate. So that unlocks the... Yes, the fast travel around the beach. Oh, you know what? Let's grab that gem. How auspicious. Oh, there's a mini game. Okay, over there. That's easy to access. Let's go back and check out that other thing. So a few things. Okay. I hear ya. Okay. Alright. We need to get over there. That looks like our path of entry, our POE, our paths of exile.
Hey, it's Scuttlebutt.
That'll get the scuttlebutt. Hey, welcome! Thank you for becoming a follower. I mean, still welcome to the stream, but I already welcomed you to the stream, but welcome regardless. Welcome to the follower account. And thank you. That's the bubble breath button. Thank you. Oh, just golden sparks. There you go. I'll light it again. No. Everybody gets one. Oh, you.
Hey, it's
I
Play-Doh.
think the way it works, the bubble breath doesn't like travel. You have to like kiss the dragonfly as well, pressing it. Did that play an audio cue? I didn't hear it. The 2 gold doubloons. Well, like it did earlier when Kadoobie's followed. Maybe I just need to reset Streamlabs. I hate how much of the stuff can just like break. Oh, particles, I hate the pill. Particles, I hate the pill. There we go. There was a little more spirit behind it. Bada bing, bada boom. Get the pelican out of my room. I hear a rip talk. There's the guy. I thought I saw a minigame in this room earlier, like as soon as we entered. I'm just missing it. Perhaps.
Hey, it's Daisy!
I did it! I caught Daisy! Alright. Zoe, that's where I entered. We come to, there we go. Alright. I remember one minigame, and that's the Simon Says minigame. I don't remember the other one. I think it was boat related.
Hey, Spyro, I was out here checking out my baby manta ray farm, and those stupid Riptocs have scared them all away.
Oh no, the
Let's
baby
race
manta
to see
ray
who can
farm.
capture more of them before time runs out. Capture the baby manta rays?
Okay. Use the steer to steer, press the X button to fire your net at the baby mantas and capture them, press B to make it swim faster. Capture the baby manta rays? Okay. Oh, I hate the hunter race missions. Oh, that's easy. I think this is in the bag. Jerkish Riptocs released all of my man's mana rays. Ooh, it's a significant delay in being able to shoot these. There we go, but I don't think we're under any threat of getting the gap closed on us. There's a little bit of aim assist going on too, not so much though, evidently. There we go.
Cowabunga, dude!
Cowabunga,
You got all of them
dude.
in time, and they're safe and sound.
So glad.
Hey, it's Krishnamurti!
Hello, Krishnamurti.
Want to try capturing them again?
No.
All right.
Alright. Okay, did that. We have to climb back up, don't we? Or we can just proceed underwater to the next room. There we go. Is there a little outcropping to the left? No, okay. I'm just seeing things. Then this other thing is the... Simon Says clown. I didn't forget about you, buddy. Alright. Poor hammer. Alright, gonna take a crack at this minigame and then we will call it for the evening. Hello, anonymous Tiki Man.
Hello, Spyro. Unga! We Tiki getting ready for big Tiki tourist luau. Unga! We teach tourists how to play drums, Tiki Tiki style. Tiki Tiki Unga boom! Tiki Tiki Lolo. Come now, me Tiki see Spyro has want to play drums before tourists get here. Unga, go play.
I like the stuff that isn't subbed at the very end of it.
Unga, good, good, have fun. We Tiki will play, then Spyro plays same thing back. We take turns. Don't worry, we Tiki start small, so you learn one note at a time. Unga, pow! Ready? Here goes.
Oh, that's not the button. So the rightmost is not the right button on my controller. Oh, this is gonna be hard. They don't line up with the face buttons on my controller. Okay. Okay, I've got it. Hi, penis first. Oh, oops. It is a task game. Okay, so this isn't my... I'm gonna rotate my controller. Okay, there we go. If I hold it vertically, the buttons line up. Yeah, sorry, you caught me right during the Simon Says Among Us thing, so I can't hold a good conversation. It was hard, my controller buttons don't match, like, where these guys are oriented. It's a lot to keep track of. And then I got a new viewer. Hi and welcome to the stream. Down, up, left, right. Right. Yay! We did it!
Spyro best drummer! Unga bunga hula ma'ale'e a'a. Have prize for Spyro.
Oh, you have prize for Spyro?
Hey, it's Terrell!
Spyro good
This is
drummer
our racial
already.
dynamo.
You big drumming champion? Let's find out.
Oh god. I don't think I was at the extent of my, like, brain mate there.
Here goes.
At least I'm dominating them via their own game, so it's like... it's honorable. Beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, boop, bop. Beep, 1, 2, 3, bop. Ooh, beep, ooh. Right. 1, 2, 3, right. Yay!
That's wow!
That was World of Warcraft.
Jumping champion.
Or
Please
ships.
take this for reward.
I will. Thank you so much.
Hey, it's Maverick.
Thank you very much for joining, Venus
Spyro,
First.
best drummer ever. I have no more dragonflies, but drumming fun. Play more.
No thank you. No more prizes.
That's too bad. But you can drum anytime.
That's too bad. That's what I call the island of the Menehune. Would they get away with making a Surf Shack Tito character in a cartoon today? Like, would Steven Universe have gotten away with having a Surf Shack Tito character? They got away with, like, the fish stew pizza guy. I guess it's a matter of treating the subject matter with care and respect. Oh, it's the only way to exit. I'll take that. I've been exiting via the start menu too much. I'm gonna exit via the level portal this time. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I didn't realize that you got a shiny armor, but I remember you were looking for it yesterday. I didn't realize you actually got it. Yay, congratulations on your EV Train shiny Iron Valiant. I have no idea what it's like niche and competitive is, but... Aww. What's the boost that, I was just talking to Bon / Sweet VTuber today about, I'm a little disappointed, like, looking back on the Paradox Pokemon at how all of them have the same ability. And especially one notion that I didn't like was that all of the Dex entries just say, they don't give us any more flavor on, like, how the Pokemon works or behaves in nature. It just says, oh, this thing resembles name of thing mentioned in a history book. And, like, I've looked around the library in the game for, like, the book, and there's, like, this A Culture series with, like, monthly issues. And they kind of go into some detail about the sightings of Pokemon. But it's still, like, it's always the same thing. It's like, we saw this weird robot-like creature with wings. It resembled a Volcarona and yelled at us. And then the Pokedex doesn't, like, enlighten us further either. And it sucks, because, like, looking at, like, a weird, like, this is obviously a robot from the future design, you want to, like, you have a lot of questions that you want to get answered, and none of them will be. It is super lame, thank you. How many Dragonflies do I have? Do I have 45? I have 32. Yeah, I looked at the wiki because I was like, I had a good 40%er on there being a hidden ability I didn't know about that would be listed, but no, they all just have like warp drive and photosynthesis. But still, I really like the Iron Valiant design. That's definitely... I think Iron Thorns is kind of cool, actually. I don't think that's a super popular opinion, but I think Iron Thorns is one of my favorite Iron Pokemon, Paradox Pokemon. Because Mecha Tyranitar was actually already done in the series. Pokestar Studios in Black and White 2 had like these weird cool boss Godzilla-esque minigame like fights in them. And one of them was against like a mechanical Tyranitar, so it's kind of cool to see that happen again. Yeah, right? Oh, let's see. I honestly... At first I was gonna call the stream after the UFO level, and then I did... And then I did the whole beach level. I don't know if I can one more, like the Cloud place. I kind of wanted to play some Pokemon tonight. I don't know if Bonbon's still up for a voice call though right now. I don't know if you and David are gonna be up for Scarlet Violet. If it were up to me, this party would continue until 2 AM Eastern Time.
Hooray! You did it! The swirly thingy is working! Step right in, and it will take you up to the clouds. Try not to get dizzy. I did and almost lost my ham and sheep sandwich. Ha! Sheep? Did I say that?
Aw, he's not a vegetarian. Silly old bear. Let's see. I don't have ice breath. Oh, I can go into the level, grab the ice breath thingy. Oh yeah. Fork hammer. I might be right in the ice thing. If it is, I'm just gonna grab it and I'll leave. And then we can go open up the gate and take a peek at what's behind the ice door. And also go back to the Dragonfly dojo and freeze the younglings. And then we better mutton chop it.
Hey, Spyro! The Riptocs have invaded our palace and sabotaged the machines powering our hourglass. Your electric breath would be perfect for powering the machines. No one around here can get any sleep. Can you help us?
Aw, the sleep machines. Oh, look, there it is. There's the ice breath. Yoink. I've never turned in multiple ability tablets at once, so let's see if that breaks the game. But we're going to get the wing shield ability and the ice ability.
Spyro, the magic of this sacred rune will grant you the power of Wing Shield.
Ooh. Thank you, Spirit Dragon. Yeah, that's how you do it. You hold both triggers. That's the wing shield ability right there. They can block anything. A funny note, and I was trying to remember like what order this happens in, but if you're paying very close attention at the very start of the stream, the bubble breath, when we unlocked it, the dragon was not animated, and that's same for the PS2 version. But every breath ability after that, as you can see, he's like animated. Anyway, here's Ice Breath. And those are all the unlockable breaths. That's the last we'll see of this guy. Let's see what's behind this locked gate. Alright. Oh my goodness gracious and good golly gumdrops, here we go. Okay. Oh my gosh, I remember this place just feeling bigger when I was little. I remember like a very high up canopy and stuff in this area. I like how the biome abruptly shifts to get like, for this like little field, getting to the jungle area. Alright, hello.
I was working on a fantastic new experiment.
Dr. Whiskers.
But I suddenly disappeared from my laboratory. If you find some more of these dragonflies, I bet their magic could get this contraption working again.
65, yeah, this is, I never got into this level when I was a kid. I just never collected 65 dragonflies, so I'm excited to, like, play it myself. I've seen pictures of it in the strategy guide and, like, snippets of speedruns and things, but, yeah, there's that. I did it, I caught Fluffy.
It's Fluffy!
He's always made a, the Hanna-Barbera cartoon running effect is like accentuated in the PlayStation 1 games, actually. It's like very loud and goes... It's like a... It's closest to Fred Flintstone's feet when he's driving the logmobile. Okay. And then this area has the Thieves' Den. That's through the red thing. If you've played the earlier entries in the series, you might recognize the Egg Thief. Although he's gone through like a... You'll recognize the sound he makes. But...
You're gonna need to steal a lot more dragonflies before I let you on my magic carpet. Not just anyone gets to ride on it.
Okay. This was like the latest level in the game that I got access to as a kid. But this was really neat, this NPC, because the Egg Thieves are recurring characters in the Spyro series. Like, yeah, they made the sound ever since Spyro 1. Shinji might recognize that sound that just played. And na-na-na-na-na, so it's like very trademark.
Hey, it's Masa!
Ooh, Masa, thank you! But they've never talked prior to Enter the Dragonfly. They decided to make a... I do like that this level was not cut from the game. There's a whole level, like, where you help the Egg Thieves that can talk. Oh yeah, Yeah, we've been doing that for a while.
Okay, so what's the challenge this time?
An ice breath challenge. It's activated, 8 targets will. Oh yeah. This is the fireplace one. We had to put out some campfires with our ice breath. Okay, let's do it. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Let's take a look. Okay. The next one's 4. I hope there are not enough on that slope. This one over here. Oh god, the timing on this is pretty harsh. They're not playing with these. There we go. He does. If you use a boost, what's it called? I forgot what there is a name for it. But, there are little ramps. Ever since Spyro 1, there are these, like, charging ramps that make you go super fast. As long as you hold the charge button after getting on them. It is such a good mechanic. It actually doesn't make it into this game, but in Spyro 1 through 3, they're prominent. There's Supercharge. It's called the Supercharge. And when you're doing that, your legs go like Sonic the Hedgehog and Roadrunner and all that. They like do the little spinny legs, the Hanna-Barbera spin. And they're like doing that on the other side of him and it looks really cool. I did it! I completed the challenge and released the Dragonfly.
Hey, it's Howie!
Good to see you, Howie. Now, what's my total count? Oh, you did? I wonder when you could have seen that, because I don't remember us, like, we didn't supercharge at any point. Oh, you're right, I forgot! There was the Speedway in the Dragonfly Dojo. You're right, pardon me. Yeah, the Speedways have these supercharged ramps. In the other games, there are like more sections in the middle of regular levels where you have like supercharged ramps and things. This game only has them in the in those. Alright, let's just take a look at the Monkey Monastery. And as I said, it's a pretty short game, so we only have the Thieves' Den, which we saw the entrance to. We saw that mouse in front of the dinosaur place, which is going to be really cool. And here's the monkey of Monkey Monastery. Besides that, and the only one that we had like the Cloud City that we went to. We have that like alligator with the honey. And then it'll be final boss night. Honestly, like if I really wanted to, this could be like a 2-stream game.
Great job, young dragon! That should be enough to get my balloon working. Hop aboard!
Alright, well thank you. Okay, so I can do the Monkey Monastery, that's like the next one. In the order. Well, besides the, Cloud Bolt.
Hey, it's Sandra!
So that's 36 Dragonflies. So yeah, we have 2 levels available to us, the Monkey Monastery and the, Cloud place. Can't remember the name. Like monkeys. Yeah, the game's pretty strict. Like, I am 9 Dragonflies away from unlocking the Thieves' Den. So you need to get at least, like, and I've been fairly completionist up until this point. I missed 2 Dragonflies in the Dragonfly Dojo and 2 Dragonflies in the Barnyard. Back at the Barnyard level. So that's like 4 total missed Dragonflies so far. And I've got 2 levels from which I can get like 8 to 10 Dragonflies each. And I need 9 Dragonflies after this, so like, you don't have to get every Dragonfly in the game, but there's not a ton of wiggle room. Yeah, someone did say back at the Barnyard. Oh yeah, you guys love Otis, forgot. Otis and all of his Barnyard pals. Is his name Otis? What's the name of the Am I thinking of the wrong thing? I'm thinking of the Nickelodeon movie that turned into a series. Barnyard, and I thought the main character's name was Otis. I don't mean like love him, I just meant like... Okay. I thought the like discontent was coming because I misnamed him. I don't know, I just like remember a conversation that like Bon Bon, you, Tonebreaker, and I were having, and like Barnyard came up, I swear to gosh. Okay. You can't just say perhaps. Alright. We're probably missing some random little gem somewhere. I just want to take a quick look for that, and then I'm gonna call it for the evening. Although you guys have been a lovely audience, and I'm gonna miss you. You guys and your Otis from Barnyard fanfics. Figured if I missed a gem, it would be under here. But we have like access to the whole hub world. We should be able to. We should have all the gems. Oh well. Alright. Nothing out here but stairs and queers. Alrighty. Everyone, thank you so very, very, very much for joining me on tonight's stream. I've honestly had a great time, and if this was a marathon stream with like the time slots all planned out, I would totally just blitz this game in one evening. But see you, Penis first. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you so much for joining. It's always just a pleasure having you guys in here, I swear. Thank you. Thank you for watching Spyro the Dragon. Watch the Maker. Thank you very, very, very much for your attendance. It's been a hoot, genuinely. You all have a wonderful night. I hope you do. Have a good rest of your weekend. And thanks again so much. I've had a great time. Good night. Good night, all. Oh, good night, Bob. Oh, and thank you very much for joining in. I see, you've been working, haven't you? Sorry, no, that's it. That's it for me. You have a good evening too. Aw. You too, buddy.